for today, how to make your own DIY tennis serving court. Demountable and adaptable. I've just got to make it fit in airline carry-on bags now.
Beautiful partnering skills. I thought, no, you look so comfortable dancing fully out there and you're giving it all of that. Come on, my love, is that the best you can do? Come on, I'm over here. Have some of that. I just thought it was a delight to watch you dance. Charming performance. Gorgeous musicality. Beautiful time singing away. Come on, I'll have more of that, please. Sections, please.
It's Christmas morning, and I'd have preferred Wimbledon tickets, but they're hard to come by. I've got my first new tennis racket since Greg Rosetsky's. A Technofiber low shock handle. Last season's model on special offer. You peel off the 70% off sticker and there's a 90% off sticker underneath it. That was obviously the pre-Christmas price.
I thought the fingers were very oversplayed. I'd like to see a little bit more hand shaping, if I'm going to be honest.
It's great, look.
Oh, we've got it now, though. We didn't say it in the dance. It's no good now. I think you supported Nadia really, really well. The man's job is to be there for her, lead her into the next move, and I think you did that brilliantly, and great storytelling.
Super.
And also in my paupers stocking there's some all-court Pabelat Michelin-soled shoes, tennis shoes, strangely in the confusingly right size. What did I get someone in reciprocity a Clarins gift set? The right one of two, the red not green. So Christmas morning I'm out there on my tennis serve practice court. Very DIY affair. It's quiet in the town centre car park. I have previously marked out the court, the three-quarter court. What do you need to set up a DIY tennis practice serve setup just like mine? Well, some Harris fencing and feet. Just two is enough. You'll have to run for the ball if you mess up your serve. Some white tape for the top of the Harris fencing is not going to go amiss. Chop each end off with an angle grinder at the right height. The edges a metre down to 900 in the centre. Now, the car parking is cooperative in its layout. 2 car parking spaces, more or less, make up the width of the service box. So 4 car parking spaces, and that's as much of a tennis court that I can fit in against the wall. But I clearly know if I've hit the floor before that line that I've painted in on the tarmac against the wall, if I hit the wall, the serve's out. If it bounces back to me from the ground, it's a good one. Now, it's a long time since I've done this. You'll excuse me not for leaping to my high toss, but there's a bush, overhanging bush in the way at the service end of the court. It's usually about 6 metres between one car parking space and another, and I've marked out in the paint, gloss paint, with a T at the centre and 2 little L shapes each extremity. I've put a couple of little L-shaped bits of paint and a dot line in the centre where the net needs to go, my Harris fencing net. Now, there is a bit of a problem, isn't that the ball can go through the Harris fencing. They're hand-me-down fences and they're a bit broken, but not bent. Cutting it, I lost several of the net of the Harris. But where do you keep half a Harris fence? In the bushes of the car park, and the feet nestled in similarly. The most difficult thing of all this is nestling the phone that's going to film you in amongst the undergrowth. The first blurry shots, well, they're the rude ones. The love scene, the nudity, well, it's Christmas. What's Christmas without Strictly Come Dancing and perhaps a bit of Richard Burton playing Wagner? Some William Morris style wrapping paper, some super reusable wrapping paper, kitchen roll to you, with highlighter writing, and some asthmatic cough up for stick. A naked flame on the go, that's what you need midwinter for the Green Man festival of overeating. France has a fish as a festive treat, and we've got 3 kilograms of large prawns to get through. There is a duck that I've spatchcocked into breast and leg to be pan-fried and confit,
Honestly,
and
there's
pressed,
3 over the
and
net.
a chicken. Roasting in a hide-and-slide oven, and a bit of Michael Bublé on YouTube while you're opening your prezzies. But back to the tennis. It is a while. The wrist action of the serve is tricky when you've got the overhanging branches. I'm going to have to trim those back. But there is the first creeping in of a kick serve, only in the hand grip, creeping into my play. You have to call it play. Or should you just call it exercise? If you get the wrong hand grip and try and slice it, try and slice with the flat serve grip, more often than not, I'd catch it on the end frame of the racket, and like a bullet, I should perhaps try and direct it at my opponent, but at 45 degrees, the ball would fly off down the other end of the car park, and I'd have to chase after it. Not all my serves, by any means, were as bad as the ones that I filmed. The ones that I filmed were by far the worst. It's pressure, it's nerves. Who were my audience? Well, there was a Muslim guy that went along to do his prayers at the mosque, but it was closed on Christmas Day. A couple walked past, who it turns out was a tennis player. I said, playing with my new toys Christmas morning, it's 50, it's a bit sad, really, isn't it? Back in time for breakfast. A few prawns. I'm all out of puff. Get my breath back. Some slow gin that someone got us last year. And to get rid of an awful little bottle of Prosecco. I'm remembering you, Mum, who died a year before Christmas Day last year. Poor Liz. Paul is definitely defrauding his older brother of our equal inheritance. I told you he couldn't be trusted. Never trust a teacher, especially one that embezzles the treasures and treats of who are entrusted to him, and subsequently needs to finance their hate and bile, the dragon that he has himself made. And then there's the utter denial of his first crime, the kidnapping of a 23-year-old, the closing of home and business to support, empty nest syndrome, second most liable in the holy trinity of tribulation. But more on that another day, Olive. For today, how to make your own DIY tennis serving court. Demountable and adaptable. I've just got to make it fit in airline carry-on bags now.